gonna start on the La Riva. We're gonna go double unders, okay? So I'm here, I got the hand inside, and I put my right hand right here, taking the De La Riva hook out. I stretch my leg, and you see when I stretch my leg, his calf go away. It's harder for him to get the hook. I go with my hand under his leg, and then I'll grab around his belt. Once I grab on his belt, okay, I'm gonna lift him and then turn him. Okay, as I turn him, I go to the back right here. Once I get the back, I open and then I'm gonna roll back again. Okay, I'll be back here. Okay, again, 1, 2. So when I go for the stack here, I like to make him roll over this shoulder here. Okay, you can go like this way as well. But I like this side here. Okay, I like. Why? Because sometimes he's holding this leg here, and some guys are really flexible. They keep holding your leg, or they go like deeper in your grip, or they grab the lapel. So I like on this side better. Right here. He rolls, I go to his back. Seat belt. Once I get the seat belt, I open, he's gonna roll back looking outside. Okay? And you cover the guard, put on guard again. Okay, I can go the other side. Again, so I open 1, 2, turn, go to the back. He roll back, go back here. Just keep like that, back and forth. Okay? We're gonna do by time. Each person 3 minutes. And then we go to the techniques. Okay? Do you guys have any question?
Okay. Ask me to put your knee.
Excuse me?
Will you put your knee?
My knee?
You have them, if you got the people good.
Okay. Actually, I don't drop my knees on the floor. So I go 1, underhook both hands together, control, okay? Lift him. You see when I lift him, I'm not like keeping his shoulder on the mat and making his hips going over him like this. I'm pulling Dom's close to me. I bring his butt close to my chest, and then I force him to roll. I go 1, 2, like this. Now when I roll, look, my knee is not on the floor. I'm here. Get the seat belt. Pretty much this knee I like to keep like here, right? Ready to attack his back or trap his arm. Okay? Once I got a seat belt, I open, dummy roll, stand up, and go the other side. Okay? Back and forth. Let's go. 1, 2, yes. Sorry. Yeah, but yeah, right now we're gonna work like that. Let's say, pretend that you can do that, and then when I start teaching the technique, I'll show you how to work in a different way, okay? All right. It's okay. 1, 2, 3. Go. Same position, we're gonna start De La Riva. When your opponent is playing De La Riva, there's different ways for him to grab it, right? You can grab your sleeve, you can grab your collar, okay? And of course, you must like free the grip that he have on the collar on the sleeve, okay? You can grab the cross sleeve as well, okay? If you want to stack, you must be free, okay? Even when you grab the collar here, I can go for the stack here, okay? I can, but sometimes my opponent can go for a nice triangle here. He can triangle me like this and can use that hand to choke me out. He triangle just my head, okay? So I prefer to break his grip before I go for the stack, okay? And usually he grabs your collar, usually. If you grab my collar here, of course, put this leg over my lap and break his grip. Why I put this leg over my lap? Because if I keep it here, he's gonna push me and then he's start turning me sideways, so he's gonna able to be stronger, okay? So I bring it over and I break here, okay? And the way that I break, I squeeze against my chest, his knuckles against my chest, and I pop, okay? Once I'm here, I start going to the position. Now, instead of grabbing the belt, and of course, if he doesn't have the belt, you can grab the pants, or you can go straight the pants if you want. We go here, look. 4 fingers inside first, each side of the collar. I open his collar. Now I'm gonna change with my thumb inside, like this, okay? Control like that. So hold him, okay? And I close, I don't need to close really deep like this. Okay, right here is enough. Okay. Sometimes when you go for the stack and you go here first, he's gonna control both sleeves and push my hands out. And sometimes it's hard for me to grab the collar right now. Okay? It's hard for me to hold these collars. So at this time, we go straight to the collars. Okay? So 1, 2, 4 fingers, thumb. Okay? Always like this, really fast. You can go with the thumb straight, only if his collar is really open wide like this. Then you can go straight. But usually, like when it's really close like this, I like to go here first. 1 and then 2. Okay? Like that. If I grab his belt and he's, or even if I try to grab the collar and he start grabbing your sleeves and push your hands, okay, for sure, you can start working on the stack and then forcing to turtle, running to the back. Okay? You got the seat belt. That's why I show the first position to you guys. Okay? Just in case you start like holding your sleeve. Grab my collar. You grab the collar. 1, 2, open. Go for the stack, control the collars. Okay? Right close to his chest. Right? Now look, I have this knee up. Right? It's hard for me to put this knee on the floor if he's holding my leg. Okay? I like to put my knee like this on the floor. So I turn to the side and then I turn like that. Okay? Now I'm going to start stacking my opponent, and this is a really good way to stack your opponent. It's very simple, very easy. And you know, sometimes you want to stack, but your opponent starts sliding back, like walk with the shoulders like this, and then it's hard for you to stack. So because I'm holding his collar here, I'll pull him to me super hard. Try to walk back. No, it's harder for him to walk back. Okay? So I'll pull him. Now I'm gonna work with one knee under his hip. And I start using the knee to lift his hips. Now I'm gonna work with the other knee. And I go with both knees behind his lower back. And now I pop my knee forward and pull the collar. So I'll be on this position here. Try to walk back, don't. Try to bring your legs over me. It's super hard. Okay? My knees are not touching the pants. Okay? My knees are not here. If my knees touching his butt, I'm wrong. He's gonna slide back and then you're gonna miss the technique. Your knees go here. Right on the lower back. Okay? Some guys are not flexible. Once you do this, they already start like feeling terrible here. They feel like, oh, you know, I can't breathe. They're gonna roll. They choose one side to roll, roll, roll. And that's when you go for the seat belt. Okay? We're gonna work on this first. And then after, I'll show you guys how to pass when they're really flexible. For now, let's say your opponent is not flexible, he's stiffened, or he decides to roll. Okay? So you gotta be here. And when he rolls back, go back down. When he rolls back, when I go here, and he start rolling back, I gotta seek for his back. Okay? If he face like on this side here, if he's rolling towards the side, I'll keep this hand, the top hand, and the bottom hand here goes over, goes on. Okay? And then I let go the top hand afterwards. Okay? During the first technique, I saw some of you guys turning the person like this, okay? And trying not going to the back, but going this way here. If you do that, he's gonna face to you and he's gonna start attacking single leg or closing the guard. So you gotta seek the back, always, okay? Again, sometimes when you get here, okay, your opponent start pushing your knees. Push my knees now. Like this. Like this morning, I thought this position, and some like smart guys like start doing this to like not let the guy work with the knee. But look, I just moved to the side. You see that his hips is between my legs? I just moved to the side like this. Try to grab my leg. No, he can't. Now the knee that's between his legs here, work here. Look. and I start lifting and use my knee, my thighs to lift him up. Okay? Don't keep your foot like far away from him. Try to keep your feet close to his back and pull the collar as hard as you can. It's very important when you're stacking, you control the situation. Stack is not this. This is one kind of fast. Okay? Super fast, right? Stack is not like that. Some people, they get here and they think like, they go really fast. Stack, you need to control the whole time. Your opponent's kind of like he's moving really slow. He moves, but he's like, he can't move very well. So you need to go little by little, okay? Sometimes when you get here, that's your question, JP, right? Yes, when you start putting the legs down, and that's helped me because look, I stretch my triceps, my both arms, stiffen my arms like this, and he actually helps me to lift his hip up. Look, now I can start using my knee behind his back, okay? First technique, when I got here, he's gonna decide to roll to one side. Roll, I go here. Okay? We're gonna finish right here. You guys got it? If you don't decide to roll to the other side, roll, force. You gotta change, okay? But make sure you use that knee to lift his hips. So your knees slide under, and you go like 1, 2, and then use the other knee. Then you kind of like elevate his hips off the floor. So it's gonna be really, really hard for your opponent to prevent you of stacking. You guys got it? Okay? All right, let's work on that. You guys have any question? Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, my arms here. I'm not open like this. I need to close, especially when you put the weight of his legs on my biceps here. And then I start doing this, look. See, try to put your hip on the floor, though. Now, the only way for him to put the hip on the floor is bring his knees to his chest. But then he give me this. Then I start working. But he doesn't want to give me this. Okay, so go down. He's gonna do this for sure. And then he start, boom. Try to move down. Move. Oh, just stay here. Try to recover the guard. I'm sitting on the bench here, like, see, I'm squatting. If I'm here without having any grip here, I'll fall. Right? But because I'm controlling the collar, it's giving me the support. And you really need to exaggerate on your knees behind the back, so he can be like, his shoulder and hips will be in the same line. Okay? So I cannot stack down here and have his shoulder here and his hips here. So I need to bring his hips in the same line of his shoulders, pretty much. See, I fold him like that. Now it's impossible for him to come back with his legs. Then I can force him to turtle. And then I got the seatbelt, I can get the clock choke, I can get the crucifix. Okay? More question? Yes, sir.
What happens if they have stacked up and their legs down? Because like people like down.
Their legs what?
Their legs will like come in on my arms, like going.
On the spider guard?
No, like.
Oh, around inside?
How do you get out of that?
Like when I got here, and then he put the hooks inside, like this.
Yeah, no, like hooks, both of them. It's
Both hooks inside, like this.
Yeah.
This? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, if that happens, I need to stretch one side first, take out, and then stretch the other side, and then go. I just gotta do that. If you lock the legs, lock your legs, figure 4 legs. Like if you lock like this, and definitely I can't go inside anymore, then I need to give up and then start like this. Yeah. Yeah. Because once you lock there, it's super hard. Or you go for over under. But I like to, you know, take the hands out. Or you can do the Galvao pass. Front row. Right? Okay, guys. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. You can control if your opponent tries to roll, you can control him. You kind of like prevent him to roll back, so you just make him feel really uncomfortable. And it's super hard for the person on bottom to stay on that position because they can't breathe really well. I love to put my opponents there in that situation because they start like gassing out. You know, their lungs get smashed, which are like hips and belly. All their organs is on top of their lungs. They're like, and then like after 3 minutes, they start like gassing, and they start giving you positions. Okay? It's a great way to stack as well. It's super hard for you to stack just like this, you know? It's super hard because it slides. But once you grab the collar like this, it's very, very safe. It's easy. Very easy for you. As long as you pull, and then he's gonna start working with the legs down. I stretch my triceps. Kind of like you're doing a triceps exercise, right? Like this, and then I bring my knee between his legs, and then I start using my knee to push him, push, and keep his hips in the same line of his shoulder, okay? Right here. So now you're in this position. Let's say we're gonna pass right now. My opponent is really flexible. He doesn't want to give up, right? I need to pull him, because if I don't pull, he's gonna walk back, don't. Start walking like this, okay? I need to push and pull. Try to walk though. Now he can't. I'm pulling him. Use both hands on the collar to pull him. Okay? All right, so now I go 1, 2, 3, sit. Now, step my leg over his biceps. Like this, and break his grip. Boom. Okay? My right leg is on top of his arm, trapped in him. Okay? Now, I need to have this leg right here close to his lower back. Okay? I cannot have my leg like this because then he can start putting his hips on the floor. Go back. So I'm here. Try to walk. At the same time, I go with my hand right inside and cross and grab the other collar with thumb inside. And look, I squeeze him to me. I'm squeezing him. I'm not like relaxed here. I need to bring his hips to my chest in order to be super tight, okay? Now when I'm here, now when I'm here, okay, look what I'm gonna do. I like to take advantage of his grip on my sleeve. I like to grab here, look. Thumb down, control his wrist, and now I bring my forearm under his lower back. And now I push his hips against the floor, and he's gonna be on this position. It's super hard for him to escape your hips. Super hard for Dom to move here. I like to keep holding the wrist, so he's gonna feel really uncomfortable here. This leg right here, it's right on top of his arm, right? And then you can go for a choke right here if you want, okay? Poke his eye, whatever you want. Wrist lock, okay? All right? And of course, you can change the situation here. Okay, you can go for a north-south choke. Look, it's free for you. Boom, got a really nice north-south choke. Okay? You can grab the head and put this arm on your lap. And now go straight triangle. Right here. And he come on top. And lock a nice triangle. There's a lot of things you can do after you pass the guard. But we're working on the guard pass. Okay? And this pass is very effective, okay? You can pass any guard like that. Flexible or non-flexible people. You can pass like that, okay? But sometimes it's really hard to pass around. Toriano, leg drag like this, and people start putting their legs, especially if they're really flexible. Once you're here, you can rest, like you rest, okay? Just be careful with these grips on your collar. Okay, like this, don't expose your neck like that. If you grab your collar, try to hide and try to be with your chin like below. Actually put his wrist on your forehead, just in case he tried to work on something on you here, you know? And of course, go there though. If he's there, start doing this and he can do anything anymore. So when I step over his arm, I step, but I don't put my knee like this on top of his biceps. I cross, and I need to flat my foot on the floor, look, like this. Don't keep your toes, because then he can take his arm out. When I break the grip, maybe some flexible guys, they take their hand out. So make sure you're flat on the floor like this. Flat your feet like that, okay? Once you break the grip, keep the inner thigh here really close to his lower back. Thumb inside. You don't need to go deep. A lot of people, they think they need to go really deep here. No, it's okay. Just here in the middle of the chest and bring his hips to you here, super tight. I'm squeezing his hips against me. Okay? Now, once I'm here, thumb down, control his wrist. Pass your forearm behind his lower back. And then you push him. Now you pass the guard. Oh, Professor, sometimes I'm here, but my opponent's no longer grabbing my hand. Let's say his hand is here on his leg, like to push. Because now when he make this, it's really good for him, because if I try to push his hips, he build a frame here. So I try to push, look, there's a frame there. It's hard to stack it. Take your hand out though. Look, if I push here, look, now it's easy to pass. But a lot of times your opponent build a frame like that. If that happens, come with your hand behind your head, like this, and then you grab the top leg. Now, you drag and then you pass the guard like that. Okay? Because sometimes you're looking for that arm, like I saw this morning, some people like looking for the arm here, and they can't get it, or even they get it, but it's hard. But you do this, look. It's like a morning stretch. Right? You go lean and grab. You can grab the heel or the pins. It depends, you know. If I grab the leg here, works as well. But I like the pins. Then I drag, look, now. Thanks. Pass his guard. The difference is that I'm not gonna be trapping his arm, unfortunately. But you pass the guard, and this staple on his arm is really strong. Okay? So if you grab your sleeve, take advantage. One, pass under. If you don't, here, you go here. And why you go behind the head? Because if you go here, he's gonna triangle you. Boom. And then armbar you. Boom. Dangerous. Okay? So I need to think about that. So when I'm here, I go here. Try triangle me though. You can. Pass his guard. Okay? You guys have any questions? Yes, sir.
When you're creating space to put the knee inside and he's not being heavy with the legs, how are you creating the pressure to make the knee find the space?
Yeah. So if it's loose, let's say, I feel like when you put the leg down here, put the leg down though. Yeah, like this, it's easier for me to lift it, right? But if it's loose here, I just use my shoulder against his chest enough to just lift a little bit his butt off the floor. And once I lift, I scoop my knee under, and then I start, it's like a jack in the car, like this. Start lifting it, right? So, for you to see, so I'm here, relaxed. Usually it happens when he's relaxed. I go one, look, then I go here. I gotta lean forward and then scoop under. Since the beginning, my knee needs to go under, like under in the lower back. Because I see some guys trying to do on the butt here. It's not on the butt. You scoop under the lower back. Then you easily can lift. Okay? Yes, sir.
So if he's avoiding you from grabbing his Atos, what do you like to do?
Yeah.
If you just have
Yeah. Like here, and I try to grab, push me like this. Yeah. You can try to go here. That's one. It's not simple. Or start like stacking it. You know? But some guys, they bounce, you know? And it's very annoying. It happens when I fought Leandro Law. Like I got here and then he's like fighting, right? I was trying to grab here, but he he avoided like really well. You can try to go here and start trying to go here, but I didn't think on that when I was fighting against him. My coach didn't say anything. Bad coach. All right. Okay, guys. All right, let's work. I'll be there with you. You have more questions? Yes.
When you already are on the stack, when he doesn't have your arm. Quando você já estava naquela posição que ele tá sem a pegada. Sometimes when people have really long legs and they are really flexible and they can put like both legs on the ground like that.
I love that.
And I can't reach the leg. Like how do you do the pass, like the head variation?
You can also work like this. Let's say if I lift it like this, then I go here, and he means like turn around. He means when I got here, I did everything right, but I grab here, and then even though I try to go here, but his leg is so far I can't reach there, right? You can work with your head inside, right? You can slide, like go out and put your head inside here, and then passing like that. But you see, when you go out, you cannot take the pressure out of this. Otherwise, he's gonna escape. It's just you duck under, Yeah, and pass his guard. Okay? All right, guys. All right, let's work. 1, 2, 3.